Reece's group pursued Trinity into the Hollow Vale, a realm of twisted magic after she was taken by Warlocks. They braved illusions and mental attacks, only to find a decoy and a cryptic warning. What does that mean for Trinity, and what dark power has been unleashed? The battlefield within the Hollow Vale was a nightmare come to life. Reece tore through them, his wolf clawing to break free. Every swing of his claws left trails of glowing embers in the air, but for every warlock that fell, another two took their place. The longer they fought, the more it became clear. This wasn't a battle meant to be won. It was a test, a trap meant to wear them down. Then the ground beneath them shifted. The Hollow Vale itself was reacting to their presence, warping the landscape. "We need to get out of here," Juniper shouted, narrowly dodging a bolt of magic that left a searing scar across the stone beside her. "There's no way out," Elias murmured, his eyes scanning the labyrinth's ever-changing walls. "Not unless we play by their rules." Reece's jaw clenched. He could feel Trinity, somewhere beyond these cursed walls. He wasn't leaving without her. The labyrinth seemed to stretch on forever, twisting paths leading them in circles. The Warlocks had disappeared, but their presence lingered in the whispers that floated through the air, each voice carrying hints of laughter and sorrow. Vincent pressed a hand against a wall, his fingers tracing the runes etched into the stone. "They're using the veil itself as a prison. It's alive." Noah frowned. "And it's trying to break us." Reece barely heard them. The whispers had changed. They weren't Warlocks anymore. They were Trinities. It was feeding on his desperation. "We keep moving," he growled, forcing himself forward, "before it turns us against each other." Juniper stumbled, her breath ragged. "I swear we've passed this wall before." Noah exhaled sharply. "Because we have. It's resetting every time we think we're making progress." The realization settled over them like a weight. They weren't lost. They were being kept. Reece slammed his fist into the wall, rage vibrating through his body. "I can feel her. She's close." Elias looked at him, an unreadable expression on his face. "Then why haven't they let you find her?" The question cut through the fog of fury in Reece's mind. Why? If the Warlocks wanted him to suffer, why not show him Trinity's true form? Unless... "They're keeping her from me," he whispered, the thought tasting like ash in his mouth. "Not because I can't find her, but because they don't want me to see what they've done to her." The shadows around them thickened, the laughter returning, and suddenly, Trinity's voice was no longer pleading. It was warning him. Trinity hung in the void, suspended in chains that glowed with magic she didn't understand. She could feel them working through her, binding her soul to something greater, something ancient. Her body was not her own. She had fought at first. She had clawed against the darkness, screamed against the magic, but the Warlocks had been patient. They didn't need her to submit. They just needed time. Now, when she opened her eyes, she saw through 1,000 visions. She saw Reece fighting through the labyrinth, his fury tearing through the walls the Warlocks had built between them. She saw his desperation, his blind determination to reach her, and she wanted to call out, to warn him, but the voice that left her lips wasn't hers anymore. "He's coming," she whispered, her own voice hollow in her ears. The Warlocks standing before her smiled. "Yes," one of them murmured, "and when he does, he'll have no choice but to break." Reece's vision blurred as they turned another corner, and then they saw it. At the center of the labyrinth stood a massive doorway, its frame carved from obsidian, runes pulsing with power. Beyond it, a throne sat in the darkness, woven from shadows and lined with chains, and there, bound at its base, was Trinity, but she did not look like the mate he remembered. Reece staggered forward. "Trinity." She lifted her gaze to him, something unrecognizable in her expression. "Leave," she whispered, and then the door slammed shut between them. Reece and his group are left reeling. What has become of Trinity? Is she truly lost to the Warlocks, or is there a way to break their hold? And what awaits them beyond the obsidian doors? What is the purpose of the Hollow Throne? And what dark command is Trinity now bound to fulfill?
Hey, I am Trinity. Want to know what happens next? Then click the link in the description below and download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha,